Live breaking news from your morning news team.
Good morning, I'm Joe Butita. It is Thursday, May 7th. Thanks for waking up with us. We are following breaking news. A brush fire has broken out in Gaviota. This is being called the Hollister fire. It's strong winds that have been pushing this since about 2 a.m. this morning when it started. Santa Barbara County Fire has responded. They have crews on the ground, and they plan to hit this from the air as soon as we get some good daylight, so that could be in the next half hour or so. The fire broke out around 2 a.m., first burned about 20 acres, and then exploded to 200 acres by 4 a.m. You can hear the wind in some of these videos if we can turn up the sound a little bit, just how hard it was blowing. Jason says we've seen gusts up to 35 miles an hour. We'll check in with him in a moment. Santa Barbara County Fire did issue an evacuation warning for the Hollister Ranch property. That's about all that's out there. This is on the far west side of Gaviota as you start to head up the coast there. Should not be impacting traffic on the 101. Our reporter Elise Martinez has just gotten to the scene, so we're going to check in with her a little bit later this morning. Fire crews still making their way out there. I'll pull up a map real quick and you can kind of see where this is actually burning, and we'll show you where this is impacting things when it comes to the firefight. So you can see the 101 as I get the pin going here. This is the 101, that red line. The fire is burning right in this section where you see the pin mark of the Hollister Ranch property. They have a little welcoming kiosk for Hollister Ranch that is a little further west over there. The fire is burning right in this section. So this is the big area where we're seeing the fire this morning. So let's turn it over to Jason Stiff. He's tracking things for us when it comes to the weather and the wind. I guess that's really the big thing. This wind, luckily, pushing it towards the ocean, if anywhere.
Yeah, luckily we have nothing to the south except for the Pacific Ocean water. But as you can see, it's not ideal weather conditions. Very warm, very dry, and very windy. Currently 71 degrees. Humidity has actually risen a little bit, but it's still awfully low at 24%. And that wind out of the north-northwest, 22 miles an hour, gusting to 32, which is slightly weaker than it's been, but it's still much stronger than we want it to be. So as you can see, 71 degrees in Gaviota. It's also 71 in Santa Maria. You don't normally see that this time of day, but we've had a lot of northerly wind, that offshore keeping it very mild overnight. 58 degrees in Santa Barbara. It's also 72 degrees in Ventura with offshore flow, and 67 degrees right now in San Luis Obispo. The humidity in many locations is actually fairly high, except unfortunately where we have that fire. 24% humidity. It could be worse. It was actually in the teens a little bit earlier during the morning. As you can see, much warmer right now in Santa Maria than it was a day ago. 20 degrees warmer than it was during the 5 o'clock hour. The wind in most locations is weaker, and the good news is it won't be as strong or as widespread as it has been. It'll still be gusty around parts of both Ventura County as well as the Central Coast and San Luis Obispo County, Santa Barbara County too. But you'll notice those numbers so much smaller than they've been recently. So the good news is the wind is going away. We do have a lot more heat in the forecast today. A heat advisory continues. We also have other changes coming as the Mother's Day weekend approaches. Let you know what they are in just a few minutes.